Hey, my tribe. This is Queen Amina Black Love coming at you with a review from Married at First Sight, Season 12, Episode number 4, Romance or Regret. This season dealt with the first night the couple spent together as a married couple, and it also had a section in this episode where the spouses met up with members of each other's family to sort of get to know each other better through someone else's eyes. I've also added to this post a little section on where I think the couples will make it, past the end of the 8 weeks or not. I don't know if you remember, but the initial review, I made choices, and I said I'm going to come back after I get to know the couples a little bit better. So in this actual video, you will see where I pick yes or no for each couple. So the first couple we're going to talk about is Haley and Jacob. Okay, now I feel that they are a very mismatched couple. They're mismatched, I should say, just because, not just because he's so quirky. That's a yes. But, she loves to travel, and this guy's a hermit. She's been very nice about it, but there's a section where she says, well, the first thing Jacob talks about is steak and eggs. And then the next thing Jacob talks about is steak and eggs. So you can sort of tell that it's wearing on her a little bit, and she's getting to the point where it's probably aggravating her some, and she's finding that more of an issue than she's finding things that they are compatible with. And so, of course, my take on this one is no. I don't think they're going to make it because I think their places of variance are too great. Number one, he's a homebody. This guy is comfortable with building a beach in his backyard, and that's great for him. When this lady wants to travel, a whole lot consistently. And the other issue with them is he has no social skills, no social graces whatsoever. So much so when you can see where he talks to people, it's always the same conversation. I think he might have remembered to ask her family, what he needs to know about Haley, but yeah, I don't see them making it because of those differences, and then the age difference doesn't really help a lot either. So let's move on to Eric and Virginia. This couple I like a lot too. Now they spent their first night cuddling, kissing. From what they're saying, it's not our business. It didn't go any further, but anyway, they did show Virginia meeting with Eric's mom, and her, mentioning the fact that she wants grandkids, and Virginia let her know, I'm not totally against it. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. I'm not in a rush. You have to give me a while, and we can do that type of thing. They also showed Eric meeting with her dad. Her dad wanted to remind Eric that she's only 26 years old. She's into the partying. Is that something that will be a great issue for you? And of course, Eric doesn't do a lot of partying. But he took that, at face value and went back and talked with Virginia, and, kind of said he understands. He's been there. And those points of variance, I don't think is going to be a big deal, mainly because he's a pilot. He works out of town a lot. He's going to be gone 4 days a week. So she's partying. She may do it then and stay home when he's at home. Do I think they'll make it? Yes, because I think those points of variance they can work through. Eric even mentioned he gets it. He understands it. But you actually are married. You wanted to be married. So, in his mind, I think you'll work on it because you chose, to be married. So I think they'll make it as a couple. They definitely like each other. They're attracted to each other, can hardly keep their hands off of each other. So, the chemistry's there. So that's another great thing with this couple. So they're another couple that I'm rooting for. And they're a couple that I think can actually make this thing work, past the 8 weeks. So let's just move right along to our next couple. We're going to talk about Ryan and Clara next. These two, I think they're like total opposites, but I think it works for them. With Clara, she just talks. We found out on this show she even talks in her sleep. And then Ryan, on the other hand, likes, those moments of quiet. we learned from her family that she lacks probably communication skills just because of the way she grew up, in their home. They didn't, really try to settle an argument. They tried to brush things under the rug, sweep it under the carpet, as they would say. And then for Ryan, the major difference with them is that she's way talkative and he's kind of quiet. But the other thing is the religion thing. Mom wants his wife to be someone who's very religious, wherein Clara she did go to Bible college, but she hasn't been to church since. So her issue was she thinks it was forced on her. She didn't want to force it on her kids. She wants them to have the right to choose. Even with all of that, those differences, I think they'll make it as a couple, because I think it's not so strict as where they can't come to some type of agreement when it comes to, religion and going to church and, attending or not attending. I think they'll work it out, and I think they'll make it, just because their points of contention are not that something that can't be worked out, in my opinion. So I don't think that will break the deal for them. Now, let's move right along to my favorite couple, Vincent and Brianna. So, I'm rooting for them. They're just such a sweetheart couple. They just fit, everything seems to mesh very well with the two of them. Now, they did show a segment where he met with her family. And, Mom lets him know, we don't play. He was like, now let me know if I'm out of line or whatever. And she was like, oh, don't worry. We'll let you know. You'll definitely know that. And then she met with a cousin who was like a sister or something. And she mentioned that, if Vincent gets angry or upset about something, it's kind of hard to talk him down. So when, that sort of gave Brianna a pause. But of course she went back and talked to Vincent about it. And he was like, huh? That doesn't sound like me. I don't know about that. But, I don't, what we've seen so far, and what the points of variance may be for them, I don't think is a big deal. So, of course, I'm going to say yes. They'll stay together. They'll make it past this 8 weeks. They will be a couple. And I'm actually rooting for them. I just think, they mesh pretty well, even down to, career choices and that type of thing. I think they'll make a great couple, and I do think they will stick it out. They will go the long haul. They will last the long haul, this couple here. Mark my words. Okay, and then last but not least, oh my God, the drama. Let's talk about Chris and Paige. Oh my goodness. Okay, it sort of started off with, them. Well, once they went to Vegas, which is what I didn't say, their honeymoon was in Vegas. So the couples ended in Vegas. It started out with these two where he was supposed to leave from the hotel room and go get her breakfast. And I'm not sure if this was they weren't in Vegas yet. No, they weren't, because she talked to his parents. And he just disappeared and didn't come back. A couple hours went by and she's sitting there waiting for him. He comes back and says he had a nervous breakdown. She's trying to comfort him, and then he chooses to tell her, I'm not attracted to you. Okay, then we find out he's had sex with her twice. So when she met with his parents, this was their conversation. And the mom had the nerves to say, oh, wait, did he have a drink? And so Virginia was like, yeah, but Virginia, oh my God. Paige was like, yes. But once at night, and then the second time was in the morning. Oh, mom's looking funny. And then I was almost proud of Dad. He came around and said that, he didn't think it was right. And we had a conversation with Chris. He let Chris know, the conversation that they had, and said to him, you will not hurt her. We just want to make sure you do not hurt this girl. So it's a big old mess. Chris melted down and told her he didn't think she should be talking to her parents about him, and their sex life is private. She had no right to do that. He feels like he's violated those type of weird things. So she, still trying to comfort him. And, I need to find out why this man should be my wife. And I'm saying all the time in my head, I'm hoping the Holy Spirit is talking to you now, young lady, and telling you to run. Get the hell out. Do I think they will last as a couple? Hell no. He wanted to tell her how he's such a great person and she just hasn't seen it yet, and he's going to try his best to show her. But yeah, no. Paige, run, honey. Run like the wind, baby. Get gone. So on the next episode, I think there is when they are going to be talking about the fact that Chris's ex-fiance is pregnant, at this time. So it's just too much to deal with. Paige, you need to get the hell away from him. And I'm praying that this couple will not be a couple that lasts. So next week, like I said, part of that episode is going to be talking about Chris's ex-fiance who's now pregnant. There's going to be something about Eric and jealousy. Not quite sure what that's about. But, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. There's a whole lot going on and a whole lot happening. You need to send prayers up for Paige because they need to throw that whole family away, baby. I'm just telling you. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching me. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. There's a little button down there. You can click subscribe. I promise you it's absolutely free. So go ahead, join the tribe. Let's vibe. This has been Queen Amina Black Love. Much peace and love to your day. Bye-bye.